baby, let the good times roll. Come on, baby, let the good times roll. Come on, baby, let the good times roll. Come on, baby, let the good times.
Hey guys, Nadine here from Goderich and Kincardine Fit Body Boot Camps. We're here with Trish at Goderich Chiropractic, and today we are going to talk about foam rolling and just overall what the importance it is and the great things that it can actually offer for us. So, Trish, just can you mention on how foam rolling and self-massaging can help us in terms of prevention of injuries?
Okay, well, basically with excessive use of a muscle or even just regular exercise, the body will build muscle. And how that happens is that the body will microscopically tear the little fibers in the muscle, and then it rebuilds, and then it tears and rebuilds. So that's how a muscle actually gets larger or forms. Unfortunately, sometimes though, those little adhesions will get stuck to the fascia that's connected to the muscle, and then there's fascia connected to bone, etc. And there's blood and lymphatic flow that should be going through there. Well, if that all gets caught and tangled together, it basically gets stuck. And there's also different layers of muscle. So there's deeper layers of muscle and more superficial layers of muscle. So if those layers get stuck together, sometimes those muscles will be trying to work independently but are pulling other muscles with it. So then when you go to work out your quads or your hamstrings, you could be pulling another muscle group with you. And that can cause you a lot of pain, that can cause improper blood and lymphatic flow, and misuse of the muscle basically. So using the foam roller, there's a lot of muscle groups that is really hard to massage on your own and stretch on your own and stretch properly. So this is a really good way to get deep into the muscle tissue, get some of those adhesions released, get blood flowing, get the muscle stretched out. It's kind of like using a rolling pin to roll out, say, some dough. We're really rolling out that muscle and really stretching it out. And like I said, a lot of these areas on yourself are really hard to like massage the back of your legs, the IT band, which is more fascia, not really a muscle. But those areas are really hard for people even to stretch or stretch without injuring themselves. So using a foam roller is a great way to get to those areas that you can't easily stretch yourself.
Okay, cool. And yeah, we actually have a couple over here. We have two different ones. If you want to just chat just briefly about different options.
So this is more of a lower density foam roller. This is more for beginners. So it's softer, so it's not going to be as deep of a massage. So more superficial muscles, these are good for, but if you wanted to get a really deep massage or someone that's been using one for a while, you want to go with a higher density. The higher density, the deeper, the more therapeutic we're going to get. But someone who's just starting or was really, really sore or tender, using a high density will probably be too much for you and will probably really hurt. So you want to start with one like this. It's a little bit softer. There's also ones you can get with ridges and stuff like that, and that can sometimes help, like I said, mold out or break up some of those adhesions. But either of these are more of your well-rounded, you can use for kind of anything, any group of muscles. Unless you have a specific injury you want to treat, then you may want to get different styles. But these would be the two basics, so kind of the beginner, the softer, and then the higher density, which would be, getting into those deeper layers, deeper adhesions, really breaking those up.
Okay, cool, awesome. And I guess is foam rolling a good option for not really active people and really active people? Can you kind of explain the difference?
Well, not active people, their muscles can kind of get locked up and adhere together too, but for different reasons, from misuse. And those muscles can get chronically shortened. So if you're sitting all the time or whatever, your muscles actually have memory, and it will memorize whatever position you're in. So that's like when you're sleeping at night. If you sleep with your arm underneath your pillow, this muscle in your neck is going to shorten, and then when you bring your arm down, it's going to remember it being shortened and want to do this. So when you're sitting or sedentary all the time, your muscles are also going to have that memory, and they're going to shorten and become adhesed and whatnot. So if you're someone that's been very sedentary and is going to try and start working out, and you're having that difficulty making that transition because you are so sore and tight and can't, this is a great way to kind of get things loosened up, get the flexibility, get the blood flowing, and get some of that mobility back.
Yeah, and that's really important because a lot of people nowadays do sit down all day and work, and I know when they come and join the program, you want to make sure that you have a good amount of flexibility for better range of motion for our exercises. because for example, like the deeper you can go into a squat, the better workout you're going to get, better results. And that's what for me, that's really important, and also to prevent those injuries, because if you hurt yourself from working out, then obviously you have to stop working out, and that's not helping anyone, right?
Well, and also form, like if you have a really tight, say, IT band or quad on the outer side, you're gonna tend to want to bring your knee in more when you're doing the exercise. So if that is nice and loose, then you're gonna have more of a straight hinge on that knee rather than an angle. So it's really important to have loose muscles before you work out, so properly stretching before and after to prevent these injuries from happening.
Absolutely. Okay. Can you just chat about a couple of these other things that we have here on the table?
Yeah, so I'll first chat about these. These are just specialty balls that we do use in our office a lot. They're called Aki balls. And basically they have all these little Aki points, and these ones are heatable. And basically what you can use them for is breaking up some of those smaller areas of adhesions. So sometimes a foam roller isn't always going to dig deep enough into one little area or a smaller muscle group. So, if you have a shoulder injury, a deltoid or something, you can use a smaller ball, and you can put it against the wall, and you can really massage in. Or along the arch for plantar fasciitis. These are awesome for plantar fasciitis, rolling and massaging that out. So, like I said, these are heatable, so that's why we use them. But if you don't want to dish out, these little ones are 20, these ones are 30. If you don't want to dish out the money, there's great things that you'll have around your house that are easily usable. So a tennis ball, and then this is a lacrosse ball.
Yep.
So a tennis ball is a little bit softer, and then this being a little bit harder. So that kind of goes back to the basics of the foam rollers, high and lower density. So depending on how sore you are, depending how deep you want to go with the massage, maybe start with the tennis ball and then work up to the lacrosse ball or even a golf ball. I use that a lot for patients for the plantar fasciitis, arch of the foot. But basically same kind of idea, myofascial release, breaking up those tissue adhesions, letting the muscles kind of work independently of each other, improving blood flow, lymphatic flow, and basically preventing injury from happening, and also therapeutically treating some injury, because a lot, IT band can cause a lot of knee pain, imbalance of muscles and stuff. If one's tight and one's too loose, that's going to cause injury as well.
Yeah, that's key. And this is your daily stretching. We're not trying to replace necessarily your monthly massages. You had said that this definitely will complement that, correct?
Absolutely. This is going to allow, when you do go in for your treatments, that person can actually get therapeutically in, because sometimes they're probably spending the first half hour breaking through those superficial adhesions, and they're not actually able to get as deep as they would like. So this definitely does not replace any sort of treatments that you're having. You definitely want to keep up with the maintenance of your massage or your chiro or whatever it is that you're doing, but it will be definitely something that will help them help you.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, awesome. I think that's pretty much it in terms of just daily stretching, foam rolling, and it really definitely complements what we do at Fit Body Boot Camp. I think that this is something that we should definitely incorporate into our program for people who are active daily. So that's why we're actually going to be implementing workshops on how to use these, and so then you can actually do this when you're at home daily, rather than having very high chiro bills or whatever.
Right, and this is something that's very inexpensive. You can get these rollers for under $50. And something that you can easily store in your closet, and you don't have a large piece of equipment.
Yeah, and you can do it while watching TV, which is pretty sweet. So, awesome. Thanks a lot, Trish. Again, she's from Goderich Chiropractic in obviously Goderich, and you have Nadine here from Goderich and Kincardine Fit Body Boot Camps. Thanks, guys.